I'm Dr. Deb Butler, and you are listening to Thinner Peace in Menopause and Beyond. This is episode number 408. Welcome to Thinner Peace in Menopause and Beyond. This is Dr. Deb Butler, Master Life and Weight Coach, and as always, your coach. If you're a woman and you're smart and you're successful and you've been struggling with weight your whole life, and now menopause is making it harder than ever, and you are ready to make this the last time you ever have to go on a diet again, then this podcast is for you. Stay tuned. Well, hello, all my dear friends all over the world. The sun is out today. It's very exciting because last week it was a rainy, cold, cloudy week. And I don't know about you, but boy, that sun peeks out and my mind starts thinking happy thoughts. And when that sun stays behind the clouds, my mind starts thinking more negative thoughts. Isn't that just fascinating that cloudy days trigger these thoughts? And sunny days trigger other thoughts. And of course, those kinds of things that I'm talking about are just facts or circumstances, and they don't create feelings until we think something that makes us feel a certain way. The sun doesn't make me happy, but my thoughts about the sun make me happy. So I could decide to be happy when the clouds are out too, because it's my thinking that creates the feeling, not the actual act of the cloud or the sun, which is always important to know when we're talking about the brain and we're talking about the body. And in this case, we're talking about menopause and we're talking about how to lose weight. And I thought after 408 episodes, I know the last couple episodes I've been really talking about this because I'm blowing my mind that I've done so many of these episodes every single week for so long. I've never missed, and I probably never will. And I love that I've made that commitment to you and to myself. I don't want to let you down, and I don't want to let myself down. In fact, I probably don't want to let myself down even more than I don't want to let you down. And I say that to you because my relationship with myself is only as good as I make it. And my relationship with you is totally affected by my relationship with myself. So I really work on keeping that commitment to myself so that I can be better for you as a coach or as just a person to inspire you on your body, your mind, your connection, because that's what this is all about. And I'm really excited to announce that I'm creating a program for you, a very short mini course in a couple weeks where I can get into detail on 3 topics that I think are meaningful and that I think that you need help with. And after doing 407 episodes of these and getting countless letters and working with you personally, I have a pretty good idea of what are your stumbling blocks. And if you can't work with me in one of my bigger programs, then this is a perfect opportunity to get some strong coaching, laser-like coaching, and some teachings on some things that could absolutely blow your mind and change the course of your own mind-body connection. So I'm bringing back the program that I did last year called Train Your Brain, because of all the programs that I've done, these mini courses, this was the most popular. And I think it helped the most people because I covered some things and really went into more depth by coaching on how to actually change your brain. Just like you can change the way you think about the sun and the way that you can think about the clouds, that's what is in store for you on what you want to think when you put something in your mouth, for instance, or why you want to eat when you're not hungry. It's all about that brain. And I believe the more you can train your brain or manage your brain, the more in control you're going to feel in your life around anything. But in this Train Your Brain course, there are 3 topics that I'm going to concentrate on. And last time I did this, I did 2 of these topics, but I've got a brand new topic that I want to cover and a surprise tool that I want to teach you. And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I will go over the 3 topics that I'll be talking about and that I will surprise you with a tool that will make you failure proof. And it's more on the new side. I haven't used it for years, but I've been using it in the last year and it's been so good for my clients. So I know it's going to be good for you too. You want to become failure proof? Why don't you start by spending 3 days with me? Because my Train Your Brain course is 3 days, an hour a day, where we're going to spend time coaching and teaching. You bring your stuff, I will coach you. When I coach you, I will help everybody else that's in the group, even if they're not talking. The beauty of group coaching is that your brain can get coached, even if you're not the one that's being coached. Some people love to be coached, and some people want to hear other people be coached so that they can get what they need without sitting in the seat themselves. So if you're one of the people that loves to be coached, you got to come because I'll coach you. But if you're one of the people that are a little bit more quiet, but you still want to get the information and you still want to jingle your brain, then you, by listening to me coach other people, will get just as much as the person that I'm coaching. The power of group coaching, which is what this mini course is all about. Training your brain, and I train you to train your brain. And I do it by working with a bunch of you at one time with the same problems and the same resolve. So if you're interested in working with me, it's going to be in a couple weeks. You can go to drdebbutler.com/brain, BRAIN, and you can get all the information. The sooner you sign up, the sooner you're in, the sooner you have a seat. And I also have a special workbook for you when I'm doing this course, so you can almost be like if you're an individual client with me. We're going to work on doing the things that help you honor your commitments. I really think if you can do some of these tasks that I'm going to teach you, because it's pretty simple stuff, and give you 24 hours to work it, you can start training your brain to do the things that you would rather have it do. And sometimes what I find is you don't even know what your brain is doing to begin with. So most of this will all be teaching you awareness around what the heck is going on in your brain, being able to notice it, and then being able to write down what you eat when I teach you how to use the numbers between the hunger scale and the emotional hunger scale, how to use those to help you get an inner glimpse into what's really going on. So I really don't think you want to miss this. If you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you've been following along, you really like it, but you want to get your toes wet, but not too wet, you don't want to jump in, this is going to be perfect for you. Get a feel for how I coach and teach and what it feels like to be in a group experience. I know there's many of you that have been listening to this for a long time. It could be perfect timing. And the 3 things that I'm going to talk about is the first is I'm going to just speak about how to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. And you know, I say that a lot, but every time you hear me coach or talk, depending on where your brain is, will depend on what you actually get out of it. And you never know how your brain is going to open up. You bring your brain, you open it up, and we work together. And maybe by the time these 3 days are over, you will have much, much more awareness of how to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, and what your numbers will be, and start the idea of the food journal, the Dr. Deb way. Now, that second topic that I want to teach that I think is really relevant is what happens to your brain when the day is over. When your day is over, the difference between being on a schedule, working, following a plan, whatever it is, and your day is over. We talk about nighttime eating, but what I mean by that is how to manage your brain when you have less to do. Because a lot of you are not managing your brains when your day is over, and you're thinking that your brain is telling you that you need to eat to relax, or that you need to eat to feel better, or that you deserve a break today, or you deserve a treat today, or you have worked so hard today, or whatever it is. But learning how to manage that brain of yours and help it work for you when the sun goes down, when the day is over, so that you're doing more of what you want and less of what you don't want. Sometimes when we eat, when we're not hungry, we're covering up our own dreams. We're covering up our own yearnings, and we don't even know it because it doesn't feel good. If we feel bored, eating might help. That's what our brain has to offer. And yet, boredom sometimes leads to something brand new. But how would you know if you're eating it instead of feeling it? There's a lot to be said about what happens when the lights go out. I just say it like that because what I mean is, for those of you who have busy careers or you're busy during the day, from most of you, what I hear, and this is certainly my own experience, is that when the brain has less going on, it will have automatic neural pathways that will take you to where it's been going. And if eating and relaxing and eating in boredom and eating in sadness is one of your neural pathways, you can change it. I can help you. So really think about that. Think about, why do I eat when I'm not hungry? Why do I want to eat more when I have less to do, when my day is over? And third, how do I treat myself when I make a mistake? How do I treat myself when I fail at something? It's all about self-compassion and self-kindness. These are the things that I talk about all the time, but I want to spend some time showing you how to use it on yourself and how it will actually help you more than hurt you. Because a lot of you think that if I were nice to myself when I see myself eating a bag of cookies, I would just be off the rails and do more of it. But actually, when you have self-compassion for yourself and you hold yourself in a place like you would a dear friend, you're more apt to figure out what happened. What I call learning and moving on, which is a hint for the new tool that I'm going to actually teach. So I really want you to think about this, that in, a couple weeks, I'm going to be teaching this amazing course. I'm bringing it back. I know how much you liked it. If you missed it, you got to come. If you already took it, it'll be different. It will not be the same. You'll learn something different. Your brain will be different. And maybe it'll be time to be coached by me. So all you have to do is go to drdebbutler.com/brain, BRAIN, and sign up. And I can't wait to meet you. And of course, before I end this podcast, I would never stop without saying to you, and no matter where else you go and what else you do, please, please, please be very, very kind to yourself. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye. If you're loving my podcast and you would like some more information to be able to follow along with, then please go to drdebbutler.com/change, and you can get a free copy of my companion book that goes with this podcast that I refer to in many different episodes. That is drdebbutler.com/change, CHANGE.